fall around the corner. Football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. First carry for the rookie from Georgia, it's James Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run.
Yeah, we know.
This is.
I don't know why niggas think. Okay.
They run it again with Cook. And he's got some space here. And able to get this one.
Yeah, they thought because most of them boys went to the league last year that it was gonna be sweet, but no. Like, come on, man. Team full of dogs.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well.
Yeah, like, bro, our tight end game is just.
Back-to-back good plays have
okay.
On the move on first down. On play action, Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Yo.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, yeah, I ain't chewing clock, bro. Uh-oh. My bad, man. Just playing, man.
It often works when they decide to dial it up.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Hey, young girl. I got to play my game, man. Ain't no chewing clock, though.
2021, 9 touchdown catches, tied for the league lead among tight ends.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Is that against the rules?
44-yard line.
Oh, I'm saying I'm not chewing clock. I'm just.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to give it up.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle.
Are you watching the game? Am I chewing the clock or whatever he talking about?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On play action, Allen eluding the pressure right. Open man downfield is Davis. And he'll take it in the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gabriel Davis.
Oh, well, look. I'm not the type of person to do that. I just play football like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know. Like, I'm not debating or nothing like that. I'm just saying, from my point of view, I'm playing careful right now because last time I played this nigga, I got my ass whooped when I like was sleepy and type shit. So I really want to have a good game. I don't want to get fucking 30 or 10 again. Yeah, and I appreciate you telling me the rules too, because I didn't think I wasn't even looking at the clock. I'm just focused on the defense and all that shit. Like
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. In motion right is Robinson. first carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Stafford now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. What a matchup here for our first game of 2022. The 103rd season in NFL history, and this is the first of 285 games on the schedule this year. Now, both of these teams certainly hope to be playing in that 285th game. That would be Super Bowl 57 in Arizona. The Rams were able to raise a Super Bowl 56 banner before the game. Of course, they beat Cincinnati on this very field back in February to win that Lombardi Trophy. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. That'll be caught. It's Cup. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Cup, 44 yards. And the Rams are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here in the 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Going deep for Diggs. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Seven, our score after one. Now a 2nd down and 6. They run once more with Henderson. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards that time.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Stafford. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now this is picked up by the Bills. 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A big play there for LA. 45 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
At the 26-yard line.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. On 4th down, Stafford. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
On 1st down, Allen. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. This is caught. Touchdown, Bills.
Let's go.
Stephon Diggs. 29 yards.
Kind of lost focus right whenever my girl called me, man. She was looking close and shit. I kind of was shy, but I'm like, hold on, I got Josh Allen. This nigga better. Nigga, I'm throwing that shit like, nigga, he better. Yeah, that shit better get there. Yeah, I'm surprised, goddamn. I didn't get that other shit, the other corner. I don't even know who that corner is. He's not that bad.
Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
Oh, yeah. Who? Who? I'm not even looking that way, dude. I don't even like that shit. When I see that nigga somewhere, I'm like,
at the line. two scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Let's go. Good shit, boy. Get to those fucking scenes, man.
Fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime.
All right, guys, let's get ready for it. We already know what's coming. All right, stay focused, stay locked in.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are.
Y'all go field the kick. Field the kick. Good job.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to
Base.
things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st down at Stafford.
What?
Rams. Allen Robinson.
Oh, cover 4. Good shit.
Right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Here's Gay now to add the extra point.
Too old, man. Last year before, maybe.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over at 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Quentin, go get some. I ain't want to run that way because of Donald. But I'm like, fuck it. Your best against my best. Let's go.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Bills.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet
Yeah.
in.
That was a hell of a fucking catch. I was already looking away from the screen like, fuck, how did he overthrow that?
Boy, how
Fucking
about the
died.
speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Good shit, Basham.
And he'll get it up past the 20.
You want some more playing time?
22.
Let me send you on the blitz bit, bro.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the 1st half have now followed them into the 2nd half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Rams 14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Yeah.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull... Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
What a bitch.
At the goal line. Troy Hill picks it.
You call that a fucking route? This nigga got 3 of them. That's sick.
This is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Gilmore. he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
You gotta.
And he will be brought down here.
That's what they took that shit off. Linebacker running full speed.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's got Higbee complete right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Again, it's Stafford. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
59! Hey, 50! 59!
Throwing again is Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Here's Stafford.
What a bitch! This nigga keep getting burnt.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford going up top for Kupp. This is caught inside the 15. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing is Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw or this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Allen will try again on second down. Being chased out left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Hey, is it against the rules to keep doing this? To keep doing the same shit over and over?
Now Allen again.
No, I'm not the bad too.
Point they need. Troy Hill picks it, and the Rams are right back in this football game. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
20. 50, 50. Let's go, man. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they
Good game, man.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. And now here is another interception. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened.
I hit you still looking at my screen? I mean, pick.
And I know that
is this play square? Is that illegal?
Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career.
Oh no, I was asking him about a play. Is that shit banned?
You're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about
this one right here.
Yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you
what you mean? I'm asking.
We're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control. control of this thing. Get him
He
behind us
said
and let's go.
RPO.
Time to shine.
This guy. You always just saying, bro.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here.
My cousin in
To the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because...
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Allen.
He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin of running, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances.
Yeah, man. What's up, man? White on the block.
He certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. He made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a
White is on the block. White.
This game's pretty much done for them.
Here's a pass on first down.
You know what's up, big bro.
Fourth quarter with a 3-score
All right.
lead here, Charles, but they're still...
You see, that's what I was talking about before. You was like, nah, he ain't on the block. All right, let's go, man.
It's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Steps away. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So Allen's going to look to throw. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Bills, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.